Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing good and having a wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to talk about how we can bypass rate limits while doing content discovery. Many times you see that when we are doing content discovery, we are often get rate limited, right? Because we have sent a lot of requests. In that case, let us try to understand how we can, bypass it. But as always, before going to this video, if you haven't checked out my previous video, then go ahead and check it out. The link of the video is given in the description, as well as you can see it at the right side of the screen. Also, one important thing is that I'll be conducting a server side request forgery webinar on the 9th of November. The link of all of this webinar and everything is given in the description, so you can just go ahead and register yourself over there. And now, without further ado, let us get started and see how we can bypass the rate limit. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have a target, right, which is rate.bepractical.tech. And now let us assume that I want to do directory, enumeration or content discovery on this target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply, copy the link, and I'm going to run the ff tool against this particular subdomain to enumerate contents, right? So let me do that. So do ff minus u. Let's paste this out like this. Let's add fuzz here. Go to user share list discovery, and let me choose my favorite word list here, text minus AC, and we're good to go. Let us hit enter and let's see what will happen after that. As you can see, the content enumeration process has been started right now. Yeah, and you can see this process is quite going around like 404 requests per second, and 200 300 requests per second. Meanwhile, if you take a closer look here, what we'll notice is that our access is getting denied. Why? Because we have been rate limited. So basically what happens is, in most of the application, when you're trying to send too many requests in a particular short span of time, in that scenario, your request or your IP will get blocked. Therefore, you won't be able to send any further requests. This can be, very stressful for us. Why? Because it will, somehow restrict us to enumerate further contents, right? And one solution is, if we want to fix this, we need to constantly rotate our IP address for each request. Okay, and if you take a closer look, let me show you the VPS, okay, where I have hosted the files. If I show you that, you can see ff has sent these many requests. Okay, and if you take a closer look, okay, let me go all the way up here. Maybe a few more people are sending the request, but normally the request is originating from the same server. Okay, and this is the reason why the Cloudflare web application firewall has blocked the IP address, resulting in rate limits. Okay, and now let us go ahead and see that how we can fix this. Now let me go ahead and start the server again, okay, so that we can exactly see what is happening. I'm going to start the server right now over here, and our web application server has been started right now. Okay, once we have done that, what we need to do is we need to install Tor into our machine. Okay, and we'll be using Tor to rotate our IP address after a certain amount of time. Okay, so let me go ahead and install that. To install Tor in your Kali Linux, simply go ahead and type sudo apt install tor -y, and it will get installed. As you can see, it is already the newest version. Let me clear it out. Okay, and now once we have this part completed, we need to edit some files into the tor configuration file. So let's go and do that. Nano etc tor and tor c. Okay, and we need to add these lines. Okay, first one is socks port, and we need to set that to 9050. And another thing is that socks policy accept. So we want to accept the incoming and outgoing request from any other source. Fine. Once we have that, let's close it, and then we can simply go ahead and type sudo service.start. Okay, and in my case, you can clearly see that Tor is already running, right? So basically Tor runs on a port 9050 on localhost, right? So we're going to use that port, and we're going to pass that into the proxy argument, so that whenever ff is going to send request, it will send through Tor. Okay, and after certain amount of time, we are going to restart the Tor, so that whenever we restart a Tor, sorry, whenever we restart the Tor service, it will get assigned a new IP address. So this is what we are going to do over here. And for that, I have created an automated script. Let me show it to you. Rotate 2.py. You can clearly see what I'm doing is like I'm trying to, killing the Tor process again and again and again. Okay, so whenever I'm killing the Tor process, what is happening is that it will again gets, started, and whenever it is like getting restarted, it will get assigned a new IP address. Okay, so I hope you all can understand this. What I'm going to do last is that I'm going to just change this to from 0.5 to, let's say, 0.2, just for the example. Okay, let me save this, and now let me start the script that I've created. Okay, sorry, let me start it with sudo rotate 2.py, type the root password, and now it is working. I'm going to stop it right now, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the ff command again, and this time let us see what happens. Okay, ff -u, again the URL from here, sorry, from here let's add first, let's go user share checklist discovery web raft medium directories again, and this time let's do -mc all, because let's see how exactly what exactly is happening. Okay, mc all, and now I want to slow down the number of requests per second as well, because the the operating system needs some time, in order for Tor to restart and get assigned a new IP address, right? So we need to keep these things in our mind. So let's do rate as, like, let's say 2, just for the example, and threads to, let's say, 1. Okay, so you can tweak it, and you can play along with it and see which one fits you better. Okay, but in this case I'm going to go with this configuration. And lastly, we need to specify the SOCKS 5 proxy URLs. For that, we have a special flag in ff, which is -x SOCKS 5 and localhost. And remember, the Tor application is running on the port 9050, right? And we are good to go. Now finally, let us hit enter, and let's see what will happen after that. Okay, let me see if everything is correct. ff localhost rate was let me change it from to 127.0.0.1. hit enter. Okay, again the same issue. Let me do one thing. Let me remove this from here. Let me see what happens. Okay, let me do minus rate. Yeah, much better now. So you can see this time the content is getting enumerated, right? And let me start the server again so that I can show you what exactly is happening at the same time. Okay, so we have started the server over here, and if I run this, you see what is happening. The IP address is getting rotated, okay, after a few amount of time. For example, in some cases you can see that we are getting rate limited, but yeah, this is the thing that is the disadvantage of using this particular method, because Tor needs few time to get assigned a new IP address. But over here you can clearly see that almost for every like 1 or 2 seconds we are getting assigned a new IP address, right? So in cases like where you're getting rate limited, this can be one of the interesting methods of how you can enumerate contents on those servers which are like rate limiting your request, right? So this is how you can do that, and you can use the same technique on any other tool that you like, for example on Nuclei or any other tools, right? In the near future I may create a tool around this Tor that can help us to optimize our reconnaissance process. But for now, this is how you can do content discovery on rate limiting based application. I hope you have learned something new from this particular video. If you have any doubts, if you have any issues, feel free to let me know your doubts or issues in the comment section. Also, Do join our Telegram channel if you want to stay updated with the latest trends and technologies going into cybersecurity as well as web development. And please make sure not to forget the date 10th of November, where I'll be speaking about server-side request forgery. Everything is going to be completely live, and a practical demonstration will be there, and it will be absolutely free. Okay, so see you all on 10th of November. And now with that being said, keep learning, keep hacking, and thank you so much for watching.